and that's to appreciate what the Golden Eaglets of Nigeria actually done so far in world of football. They will be hosted this morning by the Minister of Youth and Sport Development, Sunday Dare, concerning their at least achievement over there in Cape Coast in Ghana. Congrats to Golden Eaglets of Nigeria as they also qualify for African Championship. Well, good one there. Welcome you on the show. 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Joining me, as usual, is Olawale Peters. Good to have you.
Good morning, Adeni. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, your boys. Let me call them your boys.
Yeah, something good that we have to celebrate this time around. But however, we shouldn't forget our trade roots. What do I mean? We are not a regional champion. We are not regional champion.
We are world champion.
We are world champion. We've participated in the Junior World Cup 12 times. We won it 5 times and runner-up 3 times. So that shows in 12 participation, we won it 5 times. We came second 3 times. That's 8 over 12. I'm talking about FIFA World Cup. Now let's now take it to the African. That is where we really need to work on. And from our participation 9 times, we've won it only twice. That's in Africa. We've won it twice in Africa, while we've won it 5 in the world. So that shows that we need to improve on our participation in Africa. So that's the reason why this regional competition that we are celebrating is what is to be celebrated. While we are celebrating also, we shouldn't forget that it's not only for them to be giving 500,000, 300,000. We should have a growth path for them so that we can still have the likes of Victor Ikpeba, Kanu Wanko, and we have the likes of Nduka Ogbade, Wilson Oruma. We should not have the likes of Rabi Ibrahim, Emmanuel Sonny, Femi Kwabumi, so that we have a process that these golden eaglets, they are golden and they are eaglets. So we'll see how they're going to transform to under 21. And with the performance of both the under 17 and under 21, I'm expecting Nigeria to reclaim our manship in an Olympic when it comes to under 23, because we have the resources right now from both the under 17 and under 21 to make it to under 23 and the Super Eagles. That shows that we have a future in terms of football in this country with what those boys, what they did currently, both the under 17 and under 21. Sincerely, they've done very, very well. Do I have a reservation? What's my reservation? Probably the reason why we are saying the best in them is because the attention is not on the under 17 or under 21 like we have on the Super Eagles. Because everybody wants to play, even if you are not fit or you are not qualified to play within it. So a very good one by the sport minister to host them, to motivate them, to give them a target, and a target should go with a reward. Now you've qualified. Now, what is next? We are going to play in Africa, and you should remind them that we have been a world champion, but in Africa we are lacking behind. I want you to go there
and win for
to conquer
Africa.
To conquer Africa first. That should be their target. You shouldn't set a target without making preparation for them. What will be the preparation? When are they playing the next World Cup? Let's have how you're going to start camping them, training them, making sure that you prepare their psyche towards the competition. Not that you want to do a Photoshop today. Then after today, we're not going to hear anything again about them until when they want to go for the competition. No, we should prepare them adequately. We should prepare their mindset. We should let them know. We should bring them together. We have fantastic players. In fact, if we want to do it, let's ask this under 17 to play with our Super Eagles.
And let's see what will happen.
And let's see what will happen. You see the teamwork, you see the coordination, you see the commitment, you see the hunger in them. You see it. So sincerely, it's a very good one. However, we should not deviate from the goal. The goal is to see this under 17 going further, to continue playing for the next 15 years. They are 16 years. If you had 15 to 16, that gives them how much?
31. That's
31. So that means they still have the future to play in the next 15 years. If you have the right process we put in place, not that they should just go to Aso Rock, take a cup of tea, biscuits, give them 200,000 or 300,000 naira. Why some people have benefited from that? That is the truth.
I don't want to ask you those people.
Because sorry?
I don't want to ask you those
people. No, I'm not even going to mention them. Because in this country at times, we don't do things for free. So we should see this as a service to the nation. A very good one for the boys. I am proud of them.
We are so proud of Golden Eaglets of Nigeria for what they did over there in Ghana against all even when no one believed in them because of the fact that they didn't have enough time to at least come together. It was a very short time. Despite that, they were able to follow suit behind their senior ones, the Flying Eagles, who also won in Niger Republic. Congrats to Flying Eagles, congrats to Golden Eaglets, not forgetting Falconets. Well, the Flamingos too, they did well. And we'll still be talking about Super Falcons. Well, right now as we speak, they are in Morocco already, but good one for the fact that Nigerian teams are really doing exploit when it comes to sport. And we wish them all the best in their next games they'll be playing. Now, let's talk about the Wafu B under 17. Well, the organizer actually released the best 11 list, and the best 11, out of the best 11, we have 5 players making that particular squad. You have Michael Emmanuel is there from Nigeria. Jeremiah is there. You have Jeremiah Olaleke, Yahaya Lawal, Abubakar Abdullahi Idris, and you have Richard Odo, that's the goalkeeper. Emmanuel Michael won the MVP, in fact, the most MVP player in that tournament. A defender who can play as a central midfielder, very valuable player, versatile. Emmanuel, good one for the entire squad. 5 out of 11, Team Nigeria.
Okay, honestly, I thought probably we'll have like 8 out of 11 because if
maybe they didn't want to make it so it's not become a Nigerian team.
But it should be based on merit. If it is 10 out of 11, they should let us have it because the boys they did very well. So when we are talking about the wonder kid, as when it comes to the
Emmanuel.
Free kick specialist, Emmanuel, 3 goals, 3 free kick, 4 matches, 3 man of the match.
And to just describe that he's a defender, that alone.
Yes, he's a defender, but he went with the mindset of what is going on in the current football formation. You don't just say you are a defender and you now wait.
You stay back.
You have to be an attacking defender. We are seeing the next Roberto Carlos.
Yes, in fact, my mind went to Roberto Carlos instantly when I saw him playing for Golden Eaglets.
We are seeing the next Roberto Carlos. So that is what we need to do. So we need to, apart from what they are doing for them today, we need to appoint to them a body, a mentor, someone that have done it before, like Celestine Babayaro, that have played that wing before, that have excelled also, that have done exactly what he did. To mentor, let's assign a mentor from the successful Super Eagles player to most of these young ones, to be mentoring them, to talk to them on how to progress in their career and their future concerning the next club they will play for, because most clubs will be coming for them. So that's why we normally have the problem. They will shine, then after that,
they will pick them, and
they'll pick them, and that will be the end. That shouldn't happen. We shouldn't allow that to happen to this young lad. Sincerely, it's a fantastic player. Then for the goalkeeper also,
Richard Odo.
Man, if you look at what he did, Akpay will be like, I'm having a stiff competition in the next 2, 3, 4 years. If this guy is given the opportunity, that's why he won the man of the match for the last match. Now we play 4 matches. Nigeria won all the man of the match. Our wonder boy, the free kick specialist, he won 3. The goalkeeper, he won 1. So that shows that these guys are very, 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 very good. I'm not really surprised. I'm not surprised, but they shouldn't allow it to get to their head. They should know that there's still a battle ahead. The battle ahead is let's go to the African Cup of Nations under 17, conquer and bring the trophy back. We're not going to stop there also. Go to the World Cup
and also
bring back the trophy. And the government should now have in place the giving to the country what the country is expected from them. What are we going to do back to them? I think this issue of mentorship is something that is very, very important. This is something that we've not been doing. So they should have a role model.
Just as you have mentioned the issue of mentorship, it's high time, because at times you need to do things the way it's been done. Just like you mentioned Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos, all they need to do is to get his clips. Get his clips. Let this boy continue to watch. As Babayaro is tutoring him physically, he keeps watching those clips of Roberto Carlos and any other player that he so have interest, at least to build him concerning how to take free kick, how to defend, how to play as an attacking defender and all that. And before you know it, not only him, the entire squad. And also, like you said, federal government, it should just be about handshake or money or thereabout. You can make sure this boy, because right now as we speak, about 4 or 5 clubs are already lined up to get Emmanuel Michael out of Nigeria as we speak. 4 or 5 agents are waiting. They are already coming like, they are coming so close concerning this player. And not only him, almost all the players, because, these are prospects. They've seen it in them. And I remember Rabbi Ibrahim, while he did so well in that particular time, eventually, as we speak right now, I don't know, maybe he's still with Tremsin in Slovenia. Chrysanthos Macaulay ended up in Germany and not even at the top flight. He was able to get to Hertha Berlin or thereabout. He tried his best and all that, but he couldn't. Hamburg, yes, it was Hamburg. But he couldn't get to that top flight football that we wanted him to get to. Majority of them, who really remember Kennedy, all of them did so well, but they couldn't make that name. And most of the stars that Nigeria actually produced actually broke out from, not from the age group, the one that really been able to play the top, except maybe for Mikel, who was still able through the age grade football. So it's high time that the federal government should do everything possible to make sure they maintain these boys. Emmanuel Michael, star player, that's the young lad.
I think where they normally get it wrong is after this competition that they become a star. They get it wrong when it comes to the issue of the club they will play for. That is where they get it wrong. I think what they should be looking out for is their future. What will happen to them in the next... We used to call Rabiu and another Messi. In those days, Mikel Obi said, we are like, Mikel will outsmart Messi.
Not knowing that
reverse will be the case. Reverse will be the case.
As you remember that competition, Taiwo, Mikel Obi, and Messi, and everybody were like, no, these guys will outshine this. Well, that's football, you know. At times, things doesn't work out the way you plan it, but really, we can do better. We can do better because the current lad that we have currently now, sincerely, I see them as the future of the Super Eagles. That's the truth. But what do we need to do? We need to do the right thing. Yes, clubs, agents, they are doing it for their own money. That's the truth. They will convince you and let you see the reason why you should go to a particular club. But you should sit down and look at where you think you belong to. The self-confidence should be there that I'm better than this. You can't tell me that, okay, because probably I'm playing for one academy in Abuja and I have an opportunity of going to England to play for Division 4, Division 5. No. Nothing stopped Arsenal, Manchester City, Manchester United to come and call for me. Let them know that they have what it takes to play at that level. And how can they have that confidence? Is when they have people that have done it before at that level and let them believe that, oh, like, for example, now let's take Mikel Obi, for example. Let Mikel Obi be a mentor to one of them. Mikel will be able to tell them the mistake he made when he had the opportunity of choosing between Chelsea and Manchester United. And he went to Chelsea. And what happened to his career? So you look at people like that to mentor these boys. Because right now, people will be around them like termites just to hit them. But that's not what we want for them. We want to see them in the future. We want to see them progressing. So it shouldn't be about handshake, tea, biscuit. I'm sure very soon now, your man, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know the man.
Amaju Pili. He will now come snapping with them that, see my boss. What did you do for them? He's calling them his boss.
They won it under him.
Under him, under 17.
They won it under him. Well, we've been talking about Golden Eaglets as we speak right now. They are being hosted by the Minister of Youth and Sport Development, Sunday Dare, at the VIP lounge of MP Abiola Stadium. Now, we quickly go on a short break to have a glimpse of SWAN, that is Sport Association of Nigeria, Bauchi chapter, a glimpse of what they did playing football.
Musa, great pleasure because I think since 2016 we've not had the opportunity of coming together in such an avenue. It's quite a great honor that we are coming together for the 2024 competition. Secondly, the essence of this competition is to bring journalists and their co-workers together, to spend some time out of work to fraternize, to socialize, and to share love, and improve on our friendship. So that is the major essence of the competition. It's all about playing and winning. Yes, we are going to play a couple of games like football, badminton, Scrabble, and of course chess. But it's not all about winning. The most important thing is to bring.
Good morning there from Adamu Imran, our man from Bauchi. Well, we just have to quickly move to the Nigerian National League, where 6 players of J. Atete, they've been banned right now, coming from the NNL secretariat for what they did to an assistant referee that was attacked. Patience Nweke was attacked, and now they are not happy with that. Now they've given ban to those 6 players and also banished the team away from their home in Warri. Quickly, let's look at those 6 players that was banned. Onos John, Daniel Adu, Gostime Edewo, Zibiri Eromosele, Daffy Stephen, and you have Shemaye Atemajiro. Those are the 6 players that have been banned right now by the Nigerian National League. I still don't understand why players would join fans to be attacking ref to the extent that the ref ended up in the hospital. Well, big one. Let's look at the verdict now coming from the NNL now. NNL banished J. Atete to PA Rutan Gele Stadium of Abakaliki, Ebonyi State, where they will play their last 2 home matches strictly under closed doors. 1 million as recompense for assault on the center referee, 1 million for breach of security rules. Nigerian National League upheld the result of the match, that is 1-0 in favor of Ekiti United, who actually got that goal, though it was an own goal. And now still looking at the remaining parts of the verdict now from 5 to 8, talking about the NNL. We look at the fact that NNL right now says they have also exiled FC1 Rocket to Regeni Stadium in Oba, Anambra State. 1 million as a medical bill for injured go-round FC player. That's another one. And 1 million for not providing adequate security. Well, the chairman of FC1 Rocket, Right Honorable Unse Essien, to appear before his compliance unit to explain the alleged threats and utterances before the match would go around. 2 teams here that actually has to do with one Rocket. But the biggest one was about J. Atete attacking a ref, that a woman. They had to take her to the hospital before she was revived, and now this issue is becoming too incessant in our football league.
Yeah, it's becoming too common, seriously, and it's very shameful, to be sincere with you. And I hope they are not learning from the NPFL, especially the one that happens recently, Kano Pillars, the chairman of a club doing something like that. A very good one from the NNL, coming out almost immediately, not waiting unlike the LMC for days before they come out with their own verdict. However, I think there's still some things they need to add into it. After banning them, so that means they are not a player of playing for NNL again. They don't have anything to do.
So they should go and stay at home.
They should not prosecute them.
Yes.
They should prosecute them to serve as a deterrent to other people that intends to do this. After you've already suspended them, you don't have anything to do with football administration in this country again. Now, you now institute a criminal charge
against them.
Let them send them to 6 months. Let them come and pay a visit to Kuje or somewhere. That would be a lesson, because if you don't do this, there's something about us in this country. We have it outside the country also. They know the law, and they're ready to break the law because they know they can afford the penalty.
But when you cannot
afford the penalty, this will happen. Oh, what happened? If I do this, they're going to prosecute me. I'm going to go to jail. So that means it will be in my record forever that you are
ex-convict as a player.
So that means no club. So that means your career has ended. What are we trying to say? We are saying that we are putting a process in place that will make players to be conscious of doing this. That's number 1. That needs to be included. Then number 2, point deduction is very important. 9 points. Straight, Gabadaya. 9 points straight.
By the time I was
no, this time around, we even miss it with all the languages. Because probably they don't understand what we are saying. Let's say it in another language. 9 points. No contest, no appeal. So let the club also know that, if this happens to me, 9 points will be deducted. So that means I'm going down. The players, you don't want to lose your reputation, you don't want to end your career, you be conscious. The club, they be conscious. Then the money also had it together. If you have this in place, this is something that you can't afford it to happen to you. But if it is all about money, They'll count their losses now. Come on, 1 million, 2 million, I can pay it. But let us know that if you do this, you are going to jail. Ex-convict. Who wants to have that?
And seriously, it's becoming too...
And eating a woman for that matter.
They really dealt with that woman. I saw the clip was very gory. They cut on her head.
Hey,
they had to rush her to the hospital.
Was unconscious for hours.
For hours. And you look at another game involving FC1 Rocket and Go Round FC, where their chairman was making some unpalatable remarks concerning the other team. And right now, they say he will be facing the panel. But aside that, you remember what happened between Kano Pillars and Dakada? A lot of issues here and there concerning Nigerian league. What is happening? Almost all the cadres, the APEC, the MPFL, NNL, and NLO fight every week in, week out. Attacks here and there.
It's because there's no strict punishment, like I said. That's the truth. Even the outside country also. Even not because they have the strict punishment law. When it comes to, you have been worse than this. But with their strict law and punishment, we still see what people do because of the emotion attached to it. But they have to, let me even speak this Nigerian language, they have to borrow themselves blame. That come, if I do this will happen to me. They will ban you from watching any football matches again. So and this is something that a football supporter doesn't want. They want to go to the stadium
to see live.
And they are telling you that you are banned you for life. So be conscious of whatever you are doing. So in this country, we have to do that one. And you know, we in this country, we are a special species, sincerely. If you don't have this and implement it, it will continue happening. And when we started the league late last year, around November, December, thereabout, for the 3-4 months starting, we are happy.
Everything was going so smooth.
Thank God, though, Nigerian Football League, no crisis, and away team will go and beat, and without knowing that they are saving their work for the last. Sincerely, they need to really do something about this. It's embarrassing. It's shameful.
Very, very shameful. We just hope that teams should just go right concerning Nigerian sport, especially the way football league is being played now, where you have news coming to us every time concerning attacks here and there, especially on referee. Well, the NRA, Nigerian Referee Association, could actually back out because of the fact that their lives no longer safe, and they are really complaining that they are right now being the subject of attack from different angles, and they will see what to do concerning refereeing games in Nigeria. Well, that will be it on 360 Sport. This is how it has been a wonderful time with Olawale Peters. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure being here.
Good one there. Hopefully, the teams will actually do well. And congrats once again to Golden Eaglets of Nigeria for what they did in Ghana. And we hope they do more. I am Adeniyi Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.